When I cracked the dark like an egg against the sky, the air poured in like questions asking why. My ribs were little windows and the wind began to stare. Every particle was conscious I was there. The pavement hummed beneath me like a tuning fork of bone, and every place I'd never been felt suddenly like home. I touched the edge of silence just to see what it would do. It turned around and whispered, I've been waiting here for you. Then the ocean found my hips and pulled me into sway. Currents in my belly teaching matter how to pray. A silver cord unraveled up the ladder of my spine, drawing constellations in a glass of borrowed time. It said, you are the doorway that you've always tried to find. I said, that sounds impressive, but I think I've lost my mind. My shadow grew wings and asked me for a dance, so we waltzed across the kitchen in a sacrament of chance. Then a furnace lit my chest with an empire made of dawn. All the masks I'd ever worn were quietly withdrawn. The tyrant in my thoughts stood polishing his crown, building little prisons every time I felt a frown. He said, I'd rather be his property, defend it with your breath. I said, I'd rather lose it than negotiate with death. The throne beneath him trembled like a poorly written lie, and power turned to sunlight when I stopped asking why. Then my heart became a border with no country to defend. Every enemy I carried introduced himself as friend. Regret lay down beside me like a fever breaking slow, and shame removed its armor just to let the whole thing go. Love wasn't fireworks, it was gravity and rain, falling with my preference on the pleasure and the pain. For one unguarded instant I dissolved into the seam where everything is waking from the same enormous dream. I opened up my mouth to let the universe come through, but infinity is difficult to fit inside a vowel or two. My tongue tripped over starlight, consonants caught fire, every sentence climbing higher than the throat of my desire. I shouted, I remember, to the ceiling and the floor. The ceiling said, remember, what the floor said, nothing more. So I swallowed all the thunder, let the lightning be unsaid, and felt a quiet library assembling in my head. Then the witness met the mirror in a corridor of light, watching itself, watching in recursive appetite. The circle drew itself until there wasn't any seam. The thinker and the thought dissolved into a beam. But beams don't pay the rent and halos never last. Eternity grows nervous when the moment moves too fast. The ladder disappeared into a simple pair of shoes, and I was back inside a name I didn't choose. Now I rinse my coffee cup and listen to the street. There's something almost holy in the rhythm of my feet. Maybe truth is just a bruise the universe can't hide. Maybe God is what survives when all the gods have died. And if the gate swings open when I'm sweeping up the floor, I'll nod like I've been there before, then close it gently and ask for